Well, this is a very surprising weather here in Fuji Speedway here in Shizuoka. Welcome everyone to the start of a new season in Formula Hololive Japan. Scratch the Tsuyo Cup. Welcome everyone to the 2025 Formula Hololive Japan season, where we'll be testing out a new format for this new season, for this new qualifier season. But anyways, as we mentioned here, it's a very chilly day here in Fuji with light snow breezing by at this picturesque track just near Mount Fuji, although you can't see it right now. But anyways, let's take a look into the track map of Fuji Speedway, as we're going to be just taking another look here into what Fuji Speedway looks like. 4.5 kilometers for total distance, 16 corners in total. I'm talking last time of maybe 1:23.952, but we expect a slower lap time. It's also a super sprint format debut here in Formula Hololive Japan, where from this race onwards, at least in JP, we will have a super sprint format for all races. But this doesn't mean that we'll only be having half the races, because we will be having 2 races in 1 round. So for the Japan season, at the very least, we will have 2 races in 1 round. So anyways, let's also take a look into the entrance that will be racing in Split A, as we might want to take a look here. Just wanted to showcase with you what it looks like on our end. So we are just going to be doing some slight improvements here. So anyways, here's what it looks for Split A, with Alton Charao, Cashew, Johansson, Full, Rohan, Rio, Byung, and Wimberly, Sakura, Narcissus, in full-time the Hero Luna number 31, Mikolev, Karashio, Barger, Riba, Olgor, Asahi, Holly, Grant, Gibbons, Kazinski, Shakir, Reza Nakamura, and Michael Turner. They make up the 21 car field for the series, for the Split A, as we're about to get the 3 rounds of the qualifiers underway. Now that being said, I am Mama Shadow inside the commentary booth, and welcome everyone to the new Formula Hololive Japan season. Very nice to see everyone. But anyways, we got qualifying coming up, and it is going to be a very brief qualifying session actually. And we are also going to be going forward with using a new timing tower for this as well. And as you can see here, the weather has not been letting up here in Fuji Speedway. It's very cold and chilly, but that's not going to stop the drivers from making laps. Although we will have to argue though that visibility is still pretty low. But I would say that we are still able to see drivers from about a kilometer. So right now it is not going to be a problem so far, especially if you look at the onboards from the likes of Alex Grant. They're all racing like nothing. It's currently just a few degrees, or rather a point 5 degrees above freezing point here in Fuji. Like, I'm also very shocked to see this amount of snow this early on, but whatever. As we're about to take a look here, Alex Grant is struggling to clear, that looks like Joshua Sahi. But anyway, we are going to go on board with another driver. We are going to be adjusting that actually. So we are gonna have a bit of a red flag session. Apologies if I have to do this, because I did skip into qualifying, and we are just gonna do some slight adjustments. So might want to give time, and I also want to give a bit of an update, as the Luna car is no longer a champion of any, no longer the 2023 champion, but we haven't seen what Goyena is going to be planning anytime soon. So we are just going to try to see if we can get ourselves into qualifying. So yeah, it's still light snow in Fuji Speedway, and it should be a notification here. I mean, all right. And we are seeing some weird things. Why am I seeing Fabio Mendes still? Oh, we haven't actually changed the name. Give me a second as I'm going to Casio Antenna Sinful, Rohan Ryopyeong, and Wimberly Sakura, Mykolaiv Karashio, Barger, okay. I hope that the names are properly correct because I'm not sure about the weather. Again, if there are any Japanese viewers tuning in, I can only apologize. 申し訳ありません。ペラペラしている日本語の解説者がいないので、代わりに英語に解説してます。Yeah, I just wanted to tell any Japanese viewers who might be watching this stream. So we are going to be seeing if we are actually in this qualifying session. And it looks to me that we are actually in this qualifying session. So we are going to get this qualifying session underway again. Hopefully there's not going to be any issues. Hopefully everyone can hear me though. Hard to tell if people are going to well, if there's no one to respond, then I'm going to be left with this pretty much an issue. That was what happened last time on Hololive GT3. No one was responding in live chat, and no one was telling me that we can't hear you and all that stuff, and that's going to be an issue. But anyways, back out on track. We do have only 5 minutes of qualifying from now on due to the increased amount of races. With reduced amount of rounds, of course, priorities will be shifted to holotype in the next 2 weeks. Here is Sean Polly racing for Nigami Koreni, who was the runner-up in the Tsuyo Cup. Driver. Speaking of which, it is an Okakoro lineup. But anyways. Here's an onboard lap at Fuji, and you get a very good exit off of the final corner. Start your lap here in Fuji Speedway. Going to that spot counter, that is not going to count for now. Anyways, you can see the car topping in at 297 kilometers an hour. Hard braking into turn 1 is superb as reference. Downshift into first gear, but it's a very tight hairpin. Dabbing slightly on the brake at 150 and 100 Coca-Cola. And into 100R, you go right into the very long 100R section before you go into the next tight corner before you get into the billboard here, bring in the 50-meter mark and go flat out at 300R. And it's a very good first sector for Sean Polly. Into the Dallas chicane. Just past the billboard. Hard braking into the chicane. Looks like the drivers are just so crazy quick. Doing their laps. As you can see here, now coming to this tight section, you need to be gentle with the braking and turning in order to do that. At the same time, same goes here in 15 and 16, but this is also very even more crucial as you need to very good exit this corner to set yourself up for the main straight here. And that is going to be a lap here in Fuji Speedway. And if you want to talk about visibility, you can still see what is over there and also what is over there. And speaking of Sean Pauli is only able to set a 124.1. Daniel Barger, the Swiss follow car, is now set a 123.8. Sean Pauli in Elton Tara 123.798. Hoshino Rio, meanwhile, in the IME number 18, representing IME, who has been prioritizing the bright outfits as of recently, is going to go into the main straight as the fastest driver in Sector 2. And he is going to be setting a 122.982. Oh yeah, I just want to remind everyone here that this is the first time the JP class cars are running in Fuji Speedway without the ballast due to them not running multi-class with the EN and ID class cars. So they are able to unleash the full power of the JP class cars. And here's Raja Kaczynski trying to find vengeance from his lost Tsuyo Series campaign in Hololive GT3. He's now up into second place for Choco, who also used the bright outfit in her recent birthday live concert. Sanchara represents Nakamata Kayu on her birthday. Just wanted to wish Nakamata Kayu a happy birthday to her. May she continue to exert cat energy. Speaking of which, Alex Ren is about to start his lap, or rather he's now put himself into second. Hoshizuna Rio still stays in pole position. 4 drivers have yet to finish the lap as the weather starts to absolutely get even more terrible. Allgore is we have finished actually this qualifying session, so we are just going to see who is going to be the one who starts on pole position, because we see Russell Carrascio. He's already set the fastest for a second. He's already had a very fast mini sector in Sector 2. But he's not gaining a lot of time, but he should be able to challenge the front row. Nakamura in 21st. Takashi 20th. Allgore 19th. Sakura 18th. Reba 17th. And then Wimberly 16th in his first Formula Hololive ride for Shirakami Fuki in a while, if I'm not mistaken. Mikolev 15th, Byung-eun 14th. I think it was since 2023, yeah. And Russian Carrascio is not going to make any more progress. Now, from this angle, you would say that actually the weather's gotten so bad that you aren't able to actually see what's going on. So we are looking at the last driver on the main straight. So we are just going to see here now. And Rem Allgore's not going to go into the pits. This will mean one thing. We had confirmation that Hoshizuna Rio is going to be your pole sitter for the 2025, wait for it, Color Rise Harmony Grand Prix at Fuji, Split A, Race 1. Man, that's a handful. But congratulations to Hoshizuna Rio for his pole position. Also alongside him, we notice Alex Gren is also making his move to qualify for the Tsuyo Cup. So that out of the way, let's get into the introduction to the starting grid for this race. Race 1 of the Color Rise Harmony Grand Prix at Fuji Japan race. Hoshizuna Rio is going to be starting on pole position for Nakiri Ayame alongside Alex Gren, who starts alongside him on the front row for Yukihana Lamy. Raji Kaczynski for Yusuke Choco starts third with Rush Carrascio 4 for Lapis Darkness. Alex Taro 5th for Nakamata Okayu with Daniel Barger 6th with Shimati Suisei, Sean Pauli 7th with Hidegami Korone, Joe Hansen in 8th for Natsuya Matsuri, Kyle Gibbons 9th for Roboco with 10th place Mamashaki Reza for Suzuki. Michael Turner in 11th for Shirogane Noel with 12th place Jeff Rohan for Tokuyama Toa. Joshua Sahi starts 13th for Hakui Koyori with 14th. Shiranui Flame Driver Shaw Byung-eun starting alongside. Isakaji Mikola starts 15th in frigid conditions that he should be familiar with only 16th for Shirakami Fubuki. Coming in Ribbon Star 17 for Shishiro Bolton with 18th place Misaki Sakura for Himari Luna. Over 19 for Ozora Subaru. And then 20th place is Mama Cashew for Tsunamake Watame. Ayo Nakamura starts 21st for Akai Hato. Now that out of the way, we got the grid lined up. Although we do have some questions though. A few questions for Masaraido if he is able to be contacted. So anyways, we are going to officially get the race started. We got the 21 cars lined up to start the first of two races today in Formula Hololive Japan. Hoshizuna Ryo starts on pole position. Alex Duran is in second. We'll see how this race goes from here as the 5 lights go on. And it is gonna be go here for the start of the 2025 Formula Hololive Japan season. Hoshizuna Ryo has a very good exit though off of the start, and he now goes around the outside. We will see if there are any contact for the JP class cars, and there is going to be none. Everyone is going to be going on this race exiting the first 3 corners without any issues. Speaking of which, we are checking if there are any contact. Right now, everyone is able to get away scot-free, unlike last time we are at Fuji Speedway, especially in the first 3 races, where we kept this thing spinning out in the 2 or 3 races. But anyways, Hoshizuna Ryo leads Alex Duran, Roshu 3rd, Raji Kaczynski 4th, and Tanner Ralph 5th, Barger 6th, Paulie 7th, Sinful 8th, Shaka Reza 9th, and Cal Gibbons rounds out the top 10. Wanted to remind people about what's going on in the thing here, because right now it is snowing here in Fuji Speedway and we are still seeing some pretty decent racing. Alex Hoshizuna Ryo now having a 7/10 of a second. Just a bit of a silence here just to check what's going on. Speaking of which, Misaki Sakura is not in 2nd place. Revolver as well. And speaking of which, there was a close-up battle though between possibly Grant and Kaczynski, or rather Grant and Kurashio. And if you want to ask again, so yeah, we are now at lap 2 of this race, and given how fast these cars are going, and right now there are no potential battles that we might want to take a look into other than possibly Joshua Sahi and So Byung-eun. But anyways, we've seen Japanese people enjoy snow in February. Very, very interesting given that winter actually came late in Japan and is going to leave late in Japan. So that means we're going to be possibly having a serious chance of experiencing a pretty frigid, 6 Fest race coming up. Set of 6 Fest races coming up. But anyways, as we're going to see an all-board here in Sobyung-eun. It did actually lift off just a bit, just noticed. But anyways, he is now back up into the position where he's still ahead of Zeke Wimberly. Oh, potential pit stops. they might ask, the answer is going to be no. Drivers are consistently super format. Everyone is essentially fuel until the end of this race regardless. As it's in the name, Super Sprint Format, there is no mandatory pit stop. And we don't actually plan on actually having pit stops in here anytime soon. So this will be a straight up race until the finish. And if you do make a pit stop, you have had to lose out on a lot of grip. But anyways, on a lot of damage. But anyways, that's something that we really didn't talk about much. We might be seeing potential battles here. Alex Red now coming down the inside of Pochizona Rio as he is now absolutely coming close. He is now side by side. Down the inside into turn 1. This race, don't let the standings fool you as the driver past the start finish line. The Fuji automatic, and is gonna cause some mass shuffles in the time in the ordering in the timing table. This is the only version of Fuji that has the Fuji Hotel, so. But anyways, Yoshisahi has made his move against Cal Gibbons. He's now up into 11th. Nakamura has beaten Sakura for 19th place. So everyone is set between 124 and 127. Cal Gibbons, who is absolutely struggling in this race in the super critical conditions. I'm not sure if he is familiar with this type of cold, this time of year, because usually winter comes in July and August is where he comes from. But here comes Cal Gibbons. He is currently under pressure from Sobyung Hood. He is going to probably make his move down the inside. Sobyung Hood, he is now really peeling in against Gibbons, and more battles further back. That is battles between Nicolas and Ripa, as they are not continuing their battle until the Coca-Cola corner. Nicolas tries to take around the inside of Ripa, but Ripa continues to showcase his prowess as he actually manages to defend around the outside. I mean, the Italians know how to defend. And meanwhile, more battles here as Nakamura has now put Mohamed Kanju. Nakamura is currently on a roll here in the Hachima number 81. Here's the funny fact though. We expected Hachima to come back to actually perform in the forecasted best. That he's not ready just yet. What Nakamura in any way for the sake of fair points play. And Hachima did appear in the second stage. Regardless, she did get a good result. She did win her own class. That was won by Sven Jensen, but at the very least she did get up there. Meanwhile, at the top, more battles afoot as Gibbons continues to be struggling behind now Zig Wimberly. And now the next driver to take advantage of Gibbons is going to be Jeff Rohan. silence here as we are still checking out what's going on. Cal Gibbons is now under pressure against Skyjin Mikoleva. Here's more into Rebel versus Jeff Rohan. Rohan actually, or rather that is that's interesting here. Yeah, Jeff Rohan actually stayed around the outside line to actually defend very well against Rebel. Lots of defensive driving at play, even though it is snowing here in Fuji Speed. Daniel Parker gets right to Kaczynski. He's now up into 4th place. He recently won here in Fuji to confirm his status as would-be champion of the 2024-25 Hololive Japan Series. Now he's currently on a roll. He is currently on 4th place. Let's see if he can have a very quick lap time against the leaders. And right now it is Hoshizono Ryo who is currently leading. Yeah, I think there is an issue because right now it start finish. And if you want to talk about Alan Gibbons' continued struggle, he is now pressure against another driver, but not like he did here a lap ago. Lap 8 of this race, and we are still seeing some pretty interesting activities coming up between the drivers, and we are still checking what's going on as about to look into. Difficult actually to look into with this timing tower, but we are going to be working with that. Is starting to form here. He's now dropped off. He's only at a 127.7. He hasn't had a good start. He had a very great qualifying session that placed him up on the front few spots, but speaking of which, we are in lap 9 here in the Colorized Harmony Grand Prix at Fuji, and something on the bottom right is we saw Paulie, Kaczynski, Sinful, and Ataro actually having a pretty decent battle. If you actually saw the developments that have occurred. Then, speaking of which, this is actually week 2 of ARO and Hololive's month of racing, and this means one thing: we are coming ever so closer into the 6 Fest. Speaking of the 6 Fest and the Expo, we have the QR code currently on display on the bottom right. It has been rotated throughout the entirety of the stream as of now. Scan this QR code for more information about the Fest and ticketing. Kaczynski against Sinful. Sinful tries to attack, but Kaczynski manages to defend. Even though Kaczynski is currently absolutely struggling with his performances. Now we are seeing the standings here. Sean Paulie has actually played Kaczynski. Sinful has actually cleared Tanner on the last lap. So just one thing to double check on everything. Yeah. So oh yeah. Anyways, we now get to see new fastest laps though, because Daniel Boggart's currently on a roll. And speaking of which, the gaps between what looks to me 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Daniel Boggart's currently 4th, and he is currently poised to get his first Formula Hololive win. And so it's his first win in Formula Hololive since Charles Thompson won here 2 years ago. Anyways, Rio Hansen has now cleared Raja Kaczynski. Shakib Reza has now cleared Al Santaro, but not before Al Santaro is going to fight Shakib Reza back. And Santaro is going to go around the outside of Mohammed Shakib Reza. And yes, we can apologize for the slight pauses in commentary, as again, I'm the only one in the commentary, but let's not move away from the two so soon, as Santaro, oh my goodness, hangs around at turns 13 and 14, continues to have a massive battle here between the two. And this Porto's coming up. This time Shakib Reza is going to try to seal it against Antero. Shakib Reza actually having a very good exit off of the final corner. He's just such a great effect. But here's more battles. Currently further back. It's not just going to be Antero and Joshu. It's also going to be Reba and Michael Turner. And also at the same time, Jeff Rohan and Zeke Wimberly. Lots of side-by-side action as the snow continues to fall here in Fuji Speedway. And you just can't help continues to be here in Fuji Speedway, and oh my goodness, there's just lots to talk about. Reba is now up into 12th place because Zidke continues his free fall, and the gap between Sinful and Apolli right now is at 6 seconds, which absolutely tells you how much he is currently struggling. Now Red is not the fastest out of anyone so far. We will see on whether or not there might be battles here between the two leaders. Fuji Rio continues to be in control of the situation. Fuji Rio has made his debut back at Tsukuba earlier in the season, replacing the likes of Jeff Clark. He is going to be set to race in his first fast race in Holotype. This is his first Formula Hololive race at Fuji Speedway. If you know his abilities, he has been rock solid and just ghastly quick in just about when you need him to, because when he raced on his debut at Tsukuba, he scored his pole position on his debut. And although he did finish on the podium, he wasn't able to secure the win. He does have some close calls. But this time, he's currently in the lead. He just needs to secure a few more. Just needs to secure this lead for a few more laps. He can just try to take the lead for as much as he can. But of course, he doesn't have the fastest lap so far. Now he has it. 1:23.512 for the Yuki Hanalami driver. right now we are just seeing more battles coming up, and especially coming into turn 1. We see some peaks into the side-by-sides, but this time it is for real. Sakureza is now against Raija Kaczynski. Raija Kaczynski just continues to fall off, and it's not even funny, as we are just going to be seeing Sakureza now clearing Raija Kaczynski at 100R. I mean, this is what the Super Sprints is for. You can have a car that's very good qualifying, pretty bad in the race, but or you can have a car that's bad at qualifying but very good in the race. And right now we're seeing Kamina Rima climb up the feet, and Walker's now up into 4th. Is he ever closer to Rustin Karasio? That's going to be the big question. Daniel Barger still in 4th place, and oh yeah, and by the way, we are going to be only updating the race results after the round is complete, and by round is complete I mean when the entire when all of the 2 races have been done, just like what we did back in 2022, back when we were in the 2022 season of Hololive GT3. Gain a position again, Raija Kaczynski up into 8th, so they'll continue to Asaki. We'll be seeing more side-by-side action, as we are just going to have a slight break. Alex now has the fastest lap. And there's more battles here this time. Here comes Alex Grant once again, down the inside against Hoshi Zonoria, but it's not going to be close enough. And there's a big pack actually currently in the main straight here in Fuji Speedway, and this is as a result of Raija Kaczynski qualifying very widely in a car that doesn't have the race pace. Raija Kaczynski's current pace, he is only still setting 126s, where everyone's setting 125s and 124s. Maybe 123s for some. Oh, there's more battles at the back, and it looks to me that it's going to be Jeff Rohan and Kamina Riba once again, and it's going to be Kamina Riba ahead of Jeff Rohan. It's crazy that we're still able to see what's going on despite the very, very crazy winter. In Fuji Speedway right now, it is snowing. And yes, I am not kidding you when I say it's actually snow. I mean, it is essentially the winter's alternative to raining. But anyways, let's not digress, as Alex Ren is about to clear Hoshi Zonoria once again. Hoshi Zonoria is now once again on the outside. Alex Ren's not peeking on the inside. He's still not finding the enough cornering grip against Hoshi Zonoria, but here comes Daniel Barger against Rustin Karasio. This is for the podium positions. Side by side, they both go. And it's still going to be close between the two, as they're still side by side. Rustin Karasio manages to defend at the second hairpin. Barger isn't going to give this up just yet. He might be thinking of a gunko move down the inside, but I don't think it's going to be the case. We are coming into the halfway stage of this first of 2 sprint races, well, super sprint races. Daniel Barger now going to try to line up a move against Karasio. Go on board the Yoshiomi driver, but he just doesn't have the straight line speed or has the better exit to try to challenge Horacio, or does he? 301, over 300 kilometers an hour as he approached the first corner. Now, if you want to talk about tire warm-ups, well, they're all on pretty cold tires. They are being warmed as much as they can. This is winter. Essentially, the brake ducts are essentially sealed shut. A lot of these things are sealed shut to essentially force warmth onto the brakes and the tires. But we'll see how it goes from here. It is going to be an interesting fight to notice. Daniel Barker still in 4th place, and he is still going to be in charge of his destiny. Still needs to give something against Horacio. Kuzinski now still be ahead of Sobyang, and he is not picking up the pace finally. But in the second half, so he is actually gut punching himself for the lost opportunity. And here comes Alex Grant once again against Hoshizuna Ryo for the race lead. And will he be able to stick it? I don't think it's going to be the answer. He is going to stay behind Hoshizuna Ryo in what has got to be an amazing defensive maneuver once again. So I feel like Grant has to make a move around the outside next time by if he wants to give a new point of view to Hoshizuna Ryo. But right now Ryo is currently maintaining his positions where, as it stands. And as far as side-by-side battles between other cars are concerned, we are gonna have to do manual cameras like this. And here comes Callum Gibbons though against Mohammed Kashu. Kashu does hang around the outside for now, but Callum Gibbons now going side-by-side with Gibbons, as they're not gonna go into Coca-Cola corner again. Alongside. On the inside is Callum Gibbons at 100 R, but on the outside is going to be Mohammed Cashew. But will Cashew continue this battle into the hairpin? He does want to. But Callum Gibbons is looking ahead. Some very nice battles here. And again, if there are any Japanese viewers tuning in, again, we can only apologize as we don't have any native Japanese speakers for this role. Available, so install an issue to this day. Chris Gibbons on the onboard she has committed to women's rights since her birthday live in 2023. So visibility still pretty low as we speak. Ryo still leads against Alex Grant. Still an interesting battle to look into as the orders are now officially recycled back in itself, and it's going to be Michael turn now ahead of Joshua Zahi. Alex Grant continues to get closer and closer and closer, but this time he's just not even close enough. Barger now in 4th place still against Horacio. Position. Sakura meanwhile stays in 18th, now trying to face Nakamura. Not the way to start for campaigning, but it is something to take note. So as it stands, Rio is going to be winning here in Fuji. But here comes Sakura, probably taking a move down the inside, and there she goes against Nakamura. But Nakamura just continues to defend very well around the outside. It's very interesting to look into. Also, Alex Ran having a very good race so far. He's currently still in second place. Don't think he can take anything away from that. Races have now calmed down. Polly in Central. Sean Polly continues to showcase consistency in performance here in Fuji Speedway. He did perform admirably. I think he finished last in the top 5 in the Hololive race, and now in the CO Series race, well, in the Formula Hololive Qualifiers here in Fuji, it's not going to be any different. We're just going to go on to some static cameras on to the main straight, see if there are any battles to look into. And right now there are none to look at as we speak. Alex Rant now loses a good amount of touch to Rio, who is now still in huge amount of control in this race. Two laps complete here in Fuji Speedway, and we still have lots of action to go here. As we can see here, the drivers now get themselves into turn 1, no problems here. Sakura have now edge ahead of Nakamura. This is for 17th place. Battle on the back, that is going to be Sobyung-in and Reba. Now exiting the first corner, it is going to be Reba who is going to be behind Sobyung-in. Sobyung again having a very good defense. The outside line just showcases the prowess in the face of the attacking sections. And that is going to be a no so far. Rio just continues to control this race lead. Still very cold here in Fuji Speedway, so it is going to be something again note. Lap 24 is about to come into lap 25, and right now there's a lot of drivers coming into the airport, potential battles afoot, and we are seeing one right now in the form of that looks like Alcantara and Raiji Kaczynski. Alcantara now trying to edge ahead of Raiji Kaczynski, who's currently being resurgent himself. Already has a very quick mini sector in second 2, fastest than anyone so far on that mini sector specifically. But right now it's going to be Alcantara trying to get a good exit off of that final corner, and he's going to stay ahead. And now Kaczynski is going to be under pressure from So Byung-eun, and it's going to be 3 wide. So Byung-eun coming to go at it once again. More side-by-side battle. That looks like Mohammad Shakif Reza against Johan Sinful, but it's not going to be close enough. Kaczynski against Tara once again, and then here comes Byung-eun against Reba. Ooh, shit. So much balance going on. Here comes another move potentially from Riba, but this time Hoshino Rio gets the fastest lap. This would mean that he will score his Grand Slam, given that no one has been able to take the lead away from Rio, and it's going to be a massively momentous win for the Nakirigumi driver, so Ito will be proud of him. We still have the fates of other drivers currently still in question as the drivers continue to cross the line once again. I find it pretty interesting though. Just chilly amounts of weather here in Fuji Speedway, and these cars are still able to be run as if it was nothing. That it looks to me that Daniel Barger and Rustin Carrasco are currently in the mood to have a battle between each other. Barger, is he close enough? I don't think that's going to be the answer. He is going to have to continue healing in to Rustin Carrasco right now. Coming in ever so closer into the end of race 1, and it is going to be Daniel Barger in 4th place, still 1 position behind the podium. Johan Sinful against Mohammad Shakif Reza this time. And more battles afoot. That is going to be Shakif Reza now ahead of Sinful. Speaking of which, it is going to be Michael Turner against Zeke Rimbley. Into the end of the hour, it's going to be 11 a.m. in Japan time, by which the snow is going to be dropping out. And also here comes Michael Turner. Still not what you had in mind. Speaking of which, what happened to Sean Pauley though? He is currently in he's still in a decent position. He is still in 5th, if I am not mistaken, but we will have to check on that later. Meanwhile, there's more battles afoot, and that is going to be and Jeff two pink cars currently out in between each other. And now Joshua Sami is going to be making move down the inside, but he's just too far back. We got more viewers tuning in. Hello, if you're just tuning in, please drop a like and a subscribe. That we will absolutely appreciate that. And also, I just want to remind everyone that there is a QR code in the bottom right of your screen. Of course, this is the second week of ARO's Hololive month of racing, where we promote Hololive racing at Fuji Speedway coming into the 6th Fest. And speaking of the 6th Fest, you can scan the QR code in the bottom right of your screen to know more info about the 6th Fest and also find out more about the expo and also the whole ticketing prices, even if it is a bit unfair to some. We will have to reduce it slightly sometimes. Don't get me wrong. Rohan in 16th place, trying to get into the final place position as we speak against Isekai Jimikalev. But we are seeing more side by side. That is in Tanaro and Kaczynski once again. Kaczynski starts to hang around by the inside, but Tanaro makes use of the outside line to continue his stellar defense. But the outside line, go according to where you need to be, and that is where Kaczynski will be taking his position. Hoshizuna Ryo has not had anything wrong with his car. Speaking of which, where is Rim Olga right now? Rim Olga is absolutely struggling in that machine, and he is currently in turn 1. This is where Hoshizuna Ryo is right now. This is where Callum Gibbons is. Alex Grant has actually been overtaken by Callum Gibbons in the intervening period. We're focusing on the mid-pack. Callum Gibbons is now going to also try to grab his first win here in Fuji Speedway since 2023. Well, Robocos' actually it is his first win since 2023. So it's going to be Robocos' first win since 2023. So will Callum Gibbons be able to secure it? Lap 30, and it's still Hoshizuna Ryo leading all the laps so far. And right now, it is still a massive question mark as to how this battle for the lead is going to be playing out at the end. Fatigue is playing a massive part right now, and also FPS is doing very, very well given the circumstances. Hoshizuna Ryo now comfortably in the lead. Second place, Callum Gibbons has overtaken, or rather, it's Callum Gibbons actually in 21st. Hoshizuna Ryo has actually brought him a lap down. Looks to me that he has to make an impromptu pit stop. Damage of sorts, that's why Callum Gibbons is down in 21st. Apologies if we thought that Callum Gibbons was going to be winning this race, but actually it is. Anyways, 4 laps to go, and I am feeling pretty tired again and again. So it's going to be a pretty big question up in the air now after how we're going to be dealing with race 2. Now initially, I wanted to think about dealing with the similar race distances, but I think we might just be able to do that. But we'll see how it goes from here. It's a cold day in Fuji Speedway, but will the snow stop falling? To go, and it's still the game of Hoshizuna Ryo and Nakiri Ayame. The Nakiri Gomi very much excited about this outcome. 2 of Ayafumomi's cars are currently participating in the split. Jake Goodwin, it will be racing in the split in tomorrow's split. Rio just continuing to just be where he needs to be. Still no problems for Rio at the moment. He's still in this lead. However, there's a lot of cars though. There's more battles afoot. Here is Kaczynski against Sinful, and more to come in another battle here. That is actually Jeff Rohan and essentially Joshua Asai, but that didn't amount to anything. But speaking of which, that's Sinful against Kaczynski once again, and they're now trading racing lines. Kaczynski is now under pressure from Kamina Riba once again. Has already started, but Kaczynski is already making his move against Raiji Kaczynski, and Raiji Kaczynski manages to defend. It's not CYZN, CZYN. We will update that in due course. We are 1.5 laps away from seeing history, as we're about to see yet another Grand Slam in a Super Sprint format, similar to the Super Cream, except distances are going to vary. All the distances are going to be under 200 kilometers. Almost going to be sent a lap down against his fellow J2 teammate. Fuji Rio just needs one lap to secure it for Nakiri Ayame, which has been a long time coming for this driver, who has been looking for his first win in ARO competition, who has been looking for his first win in Hololive GT3 and Formula Hololive, especially Formula Hololive, given the priorities are for the bright outfits for Ayame at the moment, even if he did his outfits a few times. Bright outfit is still the majority. But anyway, Hoshizuna Rio, remember his debut pole position at Tsukuba? This is not a flash in the pan, as Rio just needs to keep his car in the right direction, in one piece, right place, right time, essentially, for him to bring the Nakiri name into the top step of the podium once again, for the first time in Formula Hololive as well. Nakiri Ayame will need a lot of confidence boost for her everyday activities, for her live performances, for the biggest moments on stage. Hoshizuna Rio is about to give just that, as he only has 2 corners to deal with. Hoshizuna Rio is on the front stretch, about to secure Nakiri Ayame's first win in Formula Hololive Japan. Hoshizuna Rio wins the Color Rise Harmony Grand Prix at Fuji Split A, Race 1. Alex Grant secures 2nd place. Daniel Barger, another podium for the Suicide car. Horacio 4th. Gibbons 5th? I don't think so, because he looks to be scoring for this is a lap down. Sean Wally will be securing 5th place as a replacement. Taki Reza will finish 6th, Sinful 7th, Kaczynski 8th. Alex Grant did bring home 2nd place, congratulations to him. Alex Grant, Daniel Barger actually traded places with Rustin Carrascio. And then 5th place is Sean Polly. Shakir Reza manages to secure 6th place. Johan Sinful in car number 7 finishes in 7th place. And then 8th place is Raja Kaczynski after she started pretty high up the field. And then 9th place, Kaminari Reba after a long battle with Sobyong. Oh, huge battle. And then Sobyong will finish inside 10. As the last drivers have officially crossed the line, we will officially confirm to you all the results. Hoshizano Ryo is your winner in the first races of the Formula Hololive Japan season, with Alex Grant 2nd, Daniel Barger 3rd, Rustin Carrasco 4th, Sean Pauli 5th, with Shaki Reza 6th, 2nd place to Shohan Johansson for Natsuri Ramatsuri, Raji Kaczynski 8th for Yusuke Choko, with Kaminari Riba 9th for Shoshiro Botan, with Sobyong and 10th for Shiranui Flair. 11th place goes to Michael Turner for Shirogane Noah, with 12th place Zeke Wimberly, or rather Alton Tanarao for Nagamata Kaya, 13th place Zeke Wimberly for Shirakami Fubuki. Joshua Sahi is 14th for Tokoyami Toa, and last place is Joshua Sahi in the final points positions. So with no crashes to know, we are just going to actually take a look into Callum Gibbons for a momentary period, just momentary, as we are just going to be seeing how he made his way into the pit stop, or if he got spun somewhere. And as it turns out, he just has been slow. I mean, if you look at his performance, he has been overtaken and overtaken and overtaken and overtaken, and he would eventually be overtaken by Mohamed Cashew. So it's not even a case of him actually pitting. He's just very slow. I mean, you look at Callum Gibbons' time, actually, as we've actually forgot to actually take a look into Callum Gibbons. He's only able to set a 124.7, as his last lap was at 126. He has been struggling a lot with a lot of these times, so he is the first driver a lap down. So that being said, we are going to be showcasing you one thing, actually. We are going to be showcasing to you, at the very least, the championship standings after race 1. So we are just going to be showcasing here, actually. So we are just going to do a bit of a modification. So yeah. We are just going to point out on a few things. We are just going to move this thing in a while. We are going to do this VTRP style. Thank you for the inspiration, Dag. So anyway, this is what it looks like for split A. And as you can see here, in the top 10 spots is actually Hoshizano Ryo, Alex Grant, Daniel Barger, Rustin Carrasco, Sean Pauli, Mohamed Shakir Reza, Johansson for Raja Kaczynski, and Kaminari Reba, and So Byung-eun. In the cutoff line is Michael Turner for Shirogane Noel. And then all the drivers below, they are currently in the knockout, in the Zako spots for now. But we still have one race to deal with. And again, we still have one more race to deal with. And again, we will be dealing with light snow, as it's still being persistent here in Fuji Speedway. But that hasn't stopped the drivers from racing crazy. So we're going to get the second qualifying session underway, but this time we won't be seeing an onboard session, as we have already seen that. And so we are now getting ourselves ready for the second qualifying session for race 2. And it's very interesting that no one is actually coming out of the track. But oh, there goes someone. Stop going in. again, just wanted to rest the throat, rest the chest at the moment, again, as the sole commentator of this one. So we are gonna take a short break after qualifying just to rest a bit. And so we are going to be seeing hot lap from outside this time from So Byung-eun. So to see how tidy his laps are. Because there's already Isagachi Mikola blocking him in the way, and that's already going to be messing with his qualifying session. All the cars are out. Oh dear. Oh dear. So I was actually writing on what okay, I apologize for that one. I had the wrong screen on. So yeah, so basically what I was doing is that I just yeah, you get a sneak peek of my institution kind of. Maybe someone else is in the institution, but anywho, we apologize for the slight blooper as we're now back onto the racing scene. But anyways, Sobyang-eun doesn't have a good qualifying going in the first sector as he's still being blocked by Isagachi Mikolev. He's only able to set personal best instead of best in the section. Here goes Sobyang-eun to 124.675. Of course, the impeding from Mikolev isn't going to help him any better. Casio now up in the pole position spot. Outside Taro now gets up with 123.934 to get margins here. Outside Taro meanwhile is already sending the fastest sector anyone so far. Now for Adak-RMS in pole position. But you can see here Russell Russia now has slipstream advantage. He is going to be dealing down inside Kaminari Reba, and he is going to be taking pole position by quite the margin, 123.301. Still got a long way to go here in this qualifying session, even though we have 46 to go. Last time he's going to start 11th this time out. Rem Olgor 11th. Hoshisono Rio's now down in 17th. I just noticed as well. And it's going to be Sean Pauli back in 8th. It's going to be the game of who's going to be the most consistent. Misaki Sakura is making up for her issues in race 1 with a good race 2 performance. Kurashi is going to be set to restart this race on pole position. Joshua Saki currently in 2nd, which makes it a Hollock front row. Airi Nakamura also tries to redeem herself from her non-showing. On 4th, Nara 5th, Sakura 6th, Captain 7th, sophomore able to be 9th, and Suzuki flat top 10. Massive look into how the end of this qualifying session is going to be. That's Raja Kaczynski, and we're seeing 2 drivers now coming into the pit simultaneously. And that's Daniel Barger. He's not going to be improving anytime soon. More drivers looking to complete their laps, and I think it's going to be it. No moves, and it's going to be Russell Carrasco set to be in pole position. So we are just going to hit the intermission button, as there's not going to be any more changes to come. And that settles it. Pole position to Russell Carrasco and Yoshio Asahi, which makes it an all-Japanese front row. So we are just going to have a slight break in the commentary booth as we're about to put the stream on hold. Please stay tuned, everyone. We're going to get the race underway pretty much soon. Stay tuned, everyone. Welcome back, everyone, to Fuji Speedway. Again, apologies for the slightly extended break. So we're going to be showcasing to you all the starting 11 here for race 2 of the Colorized Harmony Grand Prix at Fuji Split A Race 2. Anyway, Russell Carrasco starts on pole position for Lapos Darkness, with Joshua Asahi starting in second place for Hakui Koyori. Third place, Eri Nakamura for Akai Hato, with Jeff Rohan alongside her for Tokiya Mikoa. Alton Tanara starts 5th in car number 5 for Nekomata Akayu, with Misaki Sakura 6th for Hibimori Zuna. Hamikashi 7th for Tsunami Kiwatami, with Sean Paul 8th for Inagami Korone. Equally 9th for Sharika Mikoki, with 10th place Bryce Kaczynski for Yuzuki Choko. Oh, by the way, we are using the 15 position point system, so that's what we saw there. Cal Gibbons starts 11 for Roboco. He is going to be aiming for something new for this race. He will try to make a comeback. Nicolas starts 12 for Sakaramiko. Daniel Boga starts 13 for Shimachi Suisei, with Tobyang in 14 for Shiranui Flair. Shoan Johansson 15 for Matsuri. Zero Matsuri with from Paul for 16 for Zoro Subaru. 17 is Michael Turner for Shuriken Noel, with Alex Grant 18 for Yukana Lamy. Hoshizuna Rio 19 for Nakiri Ayami, with 20 for Mohamed Shaya Reza for Kolomo Suzunene. And Kabine Riva starts 21st for Shishiro Boltan. More racing coming up. It's time. It's going to be race 2, and the picturesque scenes, well, cold scenes here in Fuji Speedway, is about to come alive with Rustin Kurashio and 21 other cars lighting up on the grid. It's Kurashio on pole, Joshua Asahi in second. Race 2 of the Colorized Harmony Grand Prix at Fuji is already a go, and it's going to be Joshua Asahi, still in pretty decent control though, against the likes of Rustin Kurashio, as Kurashio now hangs around the outside. Lots of slipping and sliding. Will there be contact at the start? There's not much to look into. It's going to be Rustin Kurashio now leading against Joshua Asahi. Irie Nakamura third, and then Sakura fourth, Jeff Rohan fifth, Nelson Taro sixth, Sean Pauly seventh, Cashew eighth, Kozlinski ninth, and Zeke Brimley inside the top 10. Just wanted to check the safety cars already peeled into the pit lane. No problems. But anyway, we got Kurashio now in control of the situation. Saki, Nakamura, Sakura, Rohan, and Tanarao. Drivers are going to have to take a few measures to actually get the tires super warmed up. And now there's potentially battles here. There's Sasaki just a bit. You can see Jeff Rohan, or rather Nakamura, currently being blocked a lot. Will we see more battles here? That's actually Rajin Sitsuki against Nomaki Watame. This is Mohamed Cashew. As you can see how this battle has went, so it is currently in the advantage of Cashew. It is extremely cool weather for this game. Remember the context that is currently taking place. There's going to be no one into the pits, but we are potentially seeing something going on, as this is going to be the case here. Alton Taro now making a move down the inside, possibly against Jeff Rohan, but he's just get the move done. It's still a fair game for everyone involved. Sakurado enjoying her position in 4th place. Surprises in essentially Split B has a lot of device owners, including the one in local. And the likes of, so we got 3 returning drivers, 2 new ones in the field. Of course, 2 of but here it possibly comes as potential moves are about to be set. Lap 4. Still anyone's game. Anyways, it's just that certain circumstances are going to need to occur if anything is to happen in a positive note for certain athletes. Fastest lap of this race, Joshua Asahi looking for his second win in ARO competitions. Looking into Kurashio, he has exit, and there he almost goes, just needs to push slightly. Sobyang out of the way, but Sobyang isn't going to give up again, but it's going to be Rim Olgor who's going to be ahead. Michael Turner also keeping tabs. Rim Olgor and Johansson are actually close to each other, I just noticed. Between the leader and, if I'm not mistaken, 21st is around 20 plus seconds right now already after 5 laps. Kurashio now in control, but I'm not sure if it is essentially worth it to give Grand Slam titles to drivers who competed in races under 200 kilometers. At least when Zikram really did it, it was at least above 200 kilometers. And there are pit stops that remain as an option, but Zikram really chose not to pit. And Mario, who won race 1, is now currently down in 20th place in race 2. Kamina Reba is down in 21st at the moment, but at least we have everyone in the right places as far as paces go. Kurashio, Asahi, and Nakamura inside top 3. Their last laps were at a 124. Hang on, I just wanted to check actually. We actually noticed some drop frames, but I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. I think we should be able to resume no problem. I thought that there was a big scare though. I saw about that anywho, we are back racing here in Fuji, the Colorized Harmony Grand Prix at Fuji. Split A Race 2. Race is still underway. lap 7. And we're about to come into 20% race distance already. Side. Yes, he does. He's going to make a move down the inside. Save goes for Antaro and Jeff Rohan. Still a interesting question though to note is looking into the Super Sprints format so far. The results have been pretty interesting. Since we're not counting Super Sprint races for best lap results, and given the volatility of the standings here, it looks to me that as it stands right now, Ruslan Krasha will be taking the lead after one round and after 2 races. Joshua Asahi is not far behind. He's doing very well to bring a great run of, well, not like a great run of form, but it is a great run of results. From what I'm seeing here, also coming up on she is currently third. She did not score points in the initial race, race 1 that is, but now in race 2 she is going to be set to score something. Jeff Rohan is also going to be set to score some pretty decent points. Tara will be looking to score 6. See if that one can score 6, 7. 8th place Mohamed Cashew and 9th place Viking. Car. Daniel Bogner is in 12th, finishing 3rd last race. 13th is currently Callum Gibbons, who finished outside the points, and then Rim Olgor in 14th, from what I'm seeing. But no, Johan Sinful is currently in 14th. Will be scoring points, and as it stands right now, the top 2 currently in this race are not going to be scoring points, but they are going to still have a pretty decent haul of points coming into Sportsline Sugo in April or May, if I'm not mistaken. And Sobyong Un has just overtaken Rim Olgor for position, as it stands right now. Rim Olgor will be the only driver who will not be scoring a single point here in Fuji. Yes, just wanted to check again here. Ruslan Krasha is still in the lead. a few, and that is actually Muhammad Cashew and Rim Olgor, if I'm mistaken. One you saw actually Sean Pauly and yes, it is Sean Pauly and Muhammad Cashew. Sean Pauly just stayed ahead. Sean Pauly stayed ahead, so that's a bonus. Lap 11, and it's going to be Nakamura still in control so far. Well, in third place. Feels like no one has been able to find a response against Parashio. Been setting 123.5s. Joshua Sami has been setting 123.6s. In the previous lap that he did say was the best. Orson Garasho went 123.8, Joshua Sahi 130.23.7. So this is going to be a big spanner in the works here for the Hakui Koyori team. Or rather for the Darkness team. This might be some interesting look-arounds. Joshua Sahi still in second place. Still in very decent control though over Rustin, still over having decent amounts of control over Irie Nakamura. Oh yeah, just wanted to remind everyone again that this is the Colorized Harmony Grand Prix at Fuji. This is the Japan Split A Race 2. And this is essentially week 2 of the ARO Hololive month of racing, and this is themed after the Colorized Harmony, Colorized 6 Fest. We implore you to scan this QR code for in the bottom right of your screen for more info about the 6 Fest. Like if you want to know about what's to come, if you can attend in person, if you can't attend in person, at the very least you can buy streaming tickets starting at $40. I mean, in the case of the United States, it probably is reasonable, but this is another ballpark that probably needs to be talked about later, or maybe never in here, but as we're now checking on Joshua Asahi still in second place. Kamina Reba is now up in 19th. Shakureza is now down in 21st. Or rather, the Shakureza in 19th and Kusuri in 20th and Kamina in 21st. It's going to be the case of who's going to be seizing their moments. Right. Anyways, we've finished 13 laps here, and right now there's still a lot of race to go. Sometimes you just need to enjoy stretched out races because it's very much a unsung affair. Callan Gibbons has overtaken Daniel Barger. This is for 12th place. Horacio now leads Joshua Asahi by about 5 seconds. Horacio is having a pretty interesting season so far. If you look at the 2024 Formula Hololive Japan standings as reference, he did do decently enough, but I don't think he scored a win. And then he kind of capitulated in the Tsuyo Cup, which really says a lot. But anywho, he's looking to make amends for the 2025 season. As I'm going to adjust the mic a bit. So we're back. We're back on schedule, back on track. So we are just going to be checking on a few more things. We're coming in closer and closer to the halfway stage. Horacio still in control over Joshua Asahi. The gap is now at 3 seconds. Horacio has found his pace back. Nakamura in 3rd place. Misaki Sakura 4th and Jeff Rohan 5th. It's a pretty decently good day for Gen 4. I'll be racing tomorrow. Down the inside of everyone on that corner. Onboard Jeff Rohan in case anything gets crazy. Checker is currently running in 19th. Don't let the candidates fool you. Here's Kaminari Reba right now, and this is where the leader is. It shows the difference in speed that some of these drivers can have, and how fast they could get lapped. Has gone ahead of Ryan Kaczynski. Currently they're battling at turn 12. Will this come to an end? The answer is going to be yes. There's no way stretch on Fuji. There's no They've had some mixed results so far. Cleveland is set to only score 40 points roughly in this round. Second place, he will at the very least secure 5th place as it stands. Daniel Barger though down in 13th. This is a shock, but Johan Sinful is in 14 too. Currently in our halfway stage, as Rustin Horacio is about to exit, is already in the main straight. There's more battles to look into. That's Mohamed Kashu against Zikroli now down the inside. 2/3 of Bakatare. Or the half of Bakatare. Now battling between each other as Kashu now stays ahead. Zikroli now under pressure of Raji Kaczynski. so far. Gaps between first and second now at 3.9 seconds. Rustin Carrasco faster than Asahi by 0.3 of a second at least. Lap 19, and we're inching ever so closer to the 305-kilometer distance. So still a massive question mark if there are if we look at this one, over against So Byung-eun is close to him, but right now it's not close enough. Now they need to stand fastest lap, it's just a Sonic application fall down by the wayside. 343 by Carrasco. Look at the tires here. They are not currently in mid light right now. One is not 34. How the tires get very, very quickly. Some bounce potentially actually trying to be almost getting close to Lucy Grimmerly. The right sides are warmed up. Left sides. So Byung-eun has now gone ahead of Daniel Boyer. So it's going to be So Byung-eun. Johansson fall down in 13th. Which is not something that we would be expecting. Asahi still keeping tabs of Rustin Carrasco, even though he is falling down by the wayside. now. About to go down the inside of Mohamed Cashew. And they're gonna go at it once again, the half of Bakatare. It was Sean Pauly now gets ahead of, or rather, it's gonna be Mohamed Cashew now staying ahead of the Umberly for now. Still a very cold day here in Fuji. And Croatia continues to bang on fastest lap as he's now set at 1:23.316. Continuing to showcase why he is the driver to be here in ARO competitions. He's already won 2 for Laplace in Hololive GT3. He's going to be set to win 1 more for Los Darkness in Formula Hololive. There's not much battles to look into, there are some close calls, like potentially Cashew, but Cashew is staying ahead of Wimberley still for now. Zeke Wimberley though is currently on the hunt, so we're gonna go on board him to see if there will be close enough. Tire wear though, there's a lot of raining. You can see here lots of wear are being seen in the rear, and on the left side the clockwise track, so that explains a lot of things. So we're taking the onboard for the here, and he's now going to go down the inside once again against Mohamed Cashew. Can he get closer and closer? The radar says so. But yeah, gives the position back to Cashew, Digubili. Mohamed Cashew has now caught up with, or have almost caught up with the lap cars. Meanwhile, there are battles to look into. Sergio Reza is now in 19th still, Rio in 20th, Reba in 21st. Speaking of which, nothing else to note as everyone else are having pretty quiet races here in Fuji. I mean, we let the race run naturally, rather than have the race be manufactured. At the very least, everyone is using their skills, even though they do find it boring. And at least we want them to understand that this is actually what it's about sometimes. It's not always about having racing action, but sometimes we want to see how things play out over long distances. Although, yeah, this is far longer than other races where it kind of tests. It's not sorry, far shorter than any races can attest. Sorry for harsh wordings. We're on lap 26. Horacio is already exiting this hairpin. And you can see how close Horacio is to Hoshizonori, who's currently running in last. So it's a pretty interesting reversal of fortunes here for what I'm seeing. Last time out at Fuji, literally just lap out the past hour, but now they're getting themselves back in position. It's lap 27, and there's still a few things left to settle in this race. Although if you technically look into gaps in the leader, just wanted to give context here. Everyone is pretty much spread out with the exception of a few, but even then, close enough for overtakes to occur. So we're just gonna take it easy. 8 laps to go. That's 7 laps to go. Just to give you all a bit of a look into, here's Rossin Horacio. He's ahead of everyone so far, and you can see here. Looking at this one though, Cascio probably might just happen again, but we'll just focus on them for now, just to make sure we don't miss out on any action coming up. Lap 29. Still a few things to check here, and right now there's still nothing between Kimberly and Cashew. Again, there's really not to talk about other than Fuji continuing to be snowy. Really just take a look here. I mean, this is what it looks like here in Fuji Speedway as the race continues to progress. And here comes another battle. Here is a move down the inside. However, it is going to be a move for a leader to get someone a lap down. That's Racing Karashi moving Kamen Reba into a lap down. Not a way to start the season though for the Shishiron, the SSRB. But then again, Reba did have a pretty decent points finish at the first race, so he can't complain too much. This is better than not being started this free campaign, the qualifiers campaign that is. And here's a train of cars that we may want to pay attention to. So anyways, we are now coming to the final 4 laps. Still nothing to look into, but you can probably see one thing though. The gaps between Cashew and Wimberley have remained at a pretty low distance. Cashew is losing out. He is slower compared to Wimberley, but only just. Martinez and Mikkel are now joining in on the fight, so we might be seeing 4 wide action right at the end, but who knows? Now in the chicane, the Dunlop chicane, and it's still anyone's game as to how this race ends. Society did put up a decent fight though, but he has absolutely lost a lot of ground, or rather, I'm sorry, Joshua Sahi. This is where Joshua Sahi is, this is where Russian Crusher is, so he's trying everything he can to get Karashio, but he does have lap cars in the way. So now we are going to back out. Now we're going to be seeing Joshua Sahi trying to clear the lap cars. Essentially, Kamen Reba and Mohamed Shakib Reza due to finish in 20th and 19th. Hoshizunori is already down there as well. Is right over here, if you want to know. The race winner in race 1 now down in 21st. Saki Sakura though is going to redeem from her mishap of sorts. Nakamura is going to be set to finish 3rd. Sakura will be set to finish 4th. To easily open up her Tsuyo Cup qualification campaign. Russia has over 2 laps to go before he secures this win. And now exiting the final quarter is going to be continuing to lead the field in a what would have been a Grand Slam thing, but upon further pretty short. But anyways, Reba and Joshua Sai had a pretty good battle there at the main straight. But now we're going to be seeing Chucky Braza and Joshu continue to make moves, but it's not possible. Cashew now has a pretty suspicious lead against Zeke Wimberly, though, is going to have a pretty decent run off of the final corner into straight. He's going to take a move down the inside, as I think the weather has picked up quite considerably, but I think the drivers are not going to be very phased, although some might feel pretty frozen though. And Cashew continues to defend. Very great stuff there, but watch out, because it's going to be right Suzuki now moving for a chance into this long 100R section. Still going to be a similar case. Horacio is now on the main straight to start his final lap. He is going to be in control with him currently in the lead. Sakura fourth. Jeff Rohan is also going to be set to secure 5th place. Next place is Tarao and 7th Sean Paul securing, and Okakoro 6-7 stands as well. We've still got a few more drivers to look into, particularly Cashew and Zeke Wimberly, as they're going to go at it once again. Zeke Wimberly now making a move down the inside. But will Zeke Wimberly finally be able to secure? And that's not going to be enough. So now we're going to be focusing our attention to Rustin Horacio, who has controlled this race from the start, and it looks to me that he's going to be controlling the race right until the finish. Now coming out of the final corner, Rustin Horacio has done wonders in Hololive GT3 this season to qualify for the CEO Series. He's going to do the same for the Tsuyo Cup with a bang here in Fuji Speedway. Heed her call, heed his call as well. Rustin Horacio wins the Color-Rise Harmony Grand Prix at Fuji, Japan, Split A, Race 2. Joshua Asahi brings home 2nd place to make it in Gen 6 front row lockout. 1-2. Shaki Braza, rather Hoshi Zonorio, or rather Nakamura will finish 3rd. Sakura will finish 4th. Rohan 5th. And Tannerau 6th. Sean Pauli 7th. And as it stands right now, Muhammad Cashew will be finishing in 8th. Zeke Wimberly will be finishing 9th. Unless something happens right at the start-finish line, it is going to be tight. It's going to be close. Will there be a photo finish for this position? It's going to be no. Kaczynski 10th. Isakaijin Mikalev in 11th. 12th is going to be Callum Gibbons. So we are going to be seeing some interesting drivers who are going to be scoring points as it stands. Johan Sinful. Johan Sinful is 13th. Sobyung in 14th. And remember, Olkors has sent Daniel Bogger out of the non-point positions. This is outrageous. But anyways, we're going to be showing you all the race results as it stands. Rustin Horacio 1st, Joshua Asahi 2nd, Nakamura 3rd, Sakura 4th, Rohan 5th, and Tannerau 6th, Pauli 7th, Cashew 8th, Wimberly 9th, and Kaczynski is in 10th. Mikalev 11th, Gibbons 12th, Sinful 13th, Young in 14th, Oldmore 15th, Barger 16th, 17th goes to Michael Turner, Alex Grant 19th, Sheki Braza 90th, Kamran Reba 20th, and the past race winner, Hoshizano Rio, finishes in 21st. So what a result it has been for the drivers who have been receiving wins, and as it stands right now, the championship outlook is also going to be something interesting to look into. So let's take a look, everyone, into the championship standings after the first two races of the season, after the first round, and let's take a look into how it looks. Hang on. So anyways, here it is. Racing Carrasco now has the championship lead by over 130 points over Hoshizono Rio in second. Sean Pauli third with Joshua Sahi fourth. Alex Grant fifth with Ari Nakamura sixth. Daniel Barker seventh. Misaki Sakura eighth. Jeff Rohan ninth. And Al Santana has the last automatic spot in 10th. Mamashaka Reza is in the wildcard spot in 11th. Kaczynski 12th is in the first Zako Series spot. Johansson full 13th, Cashew 14th, and then Zeke Wimberley 15th, Reba 16th, Sobiak in 17th, Iskaji McCullough 18th, Michael Turner 19th, Cal Gibbons 20th, and Rim Olgord sits there down in last place. But whatever the case is, we hope everyone has enjoyed some very nice racing here in Twin Ring Motegi, as much as we all do, as we are about to essentially end the stream here with a bit of a thing here. So stay tuned for tomorrow, as we're going to be continuing our Color Harmony Grand Prix races for the Formula Hololive Japan with Split B coming up. Expect debuts and more regloss action, as well as device action. And just expect greater racing overall, and let's hope that there's less snow tomorrow as well. Anyways, I'm Muhammad Reza, and you've been watching the Color Harmony Grand Prix at Fuji Japan races. We'll see you tomorrow for Split B. Take care, everyone.